Do you know why most people don't make affiliate sales with ChatGPT? Today, I've got for you arguably the 5 biggest AI mistakes that stop beginners from earning commissions, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Stay with me because they all contribute to the situation. And number one is the mistake that's stopping a lot of people from making affiliate sales. I don't think it will necessarily surprise you. Someone asked me the other day, Gordon, that's me by the way, hi, why isn't ChatGPT helping me make money the way I thought it would? Well, it turns out that ChatGPT usually isn't the problem, but you have to approach it the right way. Just before we get into this, by the way, if you'd like me to show you the complete system I use, I've put together a free AI affiliate marketing masterclass. You'll find the link in the description below. There we go. Okay, let's count them down, starting with mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is treating ChatGPT just like Google. This one catches nearly everybody. Most people open ChatGPT, type one sentence, press enter, and then wonder why the answer wasn't very good. It's a bit like walking into a travel agent and saying, "Hi, I want to go for a holiday." It would help the travel agent immensely if they knew where you would like to go, how long you wanted to stay there, what sort of budget you had in mind, and do you prefer sunshine or snow? Until they know those things, they really can't help you very much. And ChatGPT is exactly the same. The more information you give it, the better the answer you'll usually get back. And you don't have to write pages and pages of instructions. That's one of the biggest myths about AI. You simply need to give it enough context to understand what you're trying to achieve. When ChatGPT first came out, I made this very mistake, and I tried to use it the same way that I would use Google. I'd type one sentence, hit enter, read the answer. I'd be totally underwhelmed, and then wonder why everybody else seemed to be getting amazing results. The fact was, the problem wasn't ChatGPT. The problem was yours truly. I was treating it like a search engine when I should have been treating it like an assistant. Just think about this for a few moments. If you suddenly walked into your accountant's office and simply said, "Tell me about tax," what sort of answer would you get? And in fact, would you understand most of it? Probably not. The answer would be a really general one. Now imagine saying, "Hey, I'm over 50, I'm retired, and I'm thinking of starting a small affiliate marketing business working from home. What should I be thinking about from a tax perspective?" Now your accountant has something useful to work with. Instead of asking ChatGPT to write me an article about affiliate marketing, you might say, "Would you write a friendly 800-word article for beginners over 50 who want to learn affiliate marketing? Use plain English, include practical examples, avoid technical jargon, and finish with one simple action they can take today to get started." See the difference? You're no longer asking for information. You're giving ChatGPT a task. And when you give it proper description, the quality of the work improves dramatically. I often compare it to employing someone new in your business. If you simply tell them, "Hey, go answer the phone when it rings," they'll probably make plenty of mistakes. But if you spend 10 minutes explaining how you answer the phone, what customers usually ask, and where to find the answers, they will do far better. The more clearly you explain what success looks like, the more likely ChatGPT is to produce something that is genuinely useful. That's why this first common mistake is so common. People think ChatGPT can read their minds. It can't, but it can produce some remarkable work once you learn how to communicate with it. Okay, let's move on to number 4 in the list, because this is where things start to get really interesting. Mistake number 4 is expecting the first answer to be perfect. This one took me a little longer to figure out. At the bottom of each page of ChatGPT in little letters, it says, "ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. Please read this, confine it to your memory. Do not forget it's there. It's very important to you as time goes by." When I first started using ChatGPT, I'd ask it to write something. It would give me an answer. I'd read it, and if I didn't like it, I'd think, well, ChatGPT obviously isn't as good as everyone says it is. Does that sound familiar? Have you been there? ChatGPT is more like having a conversation with someone you know who is trying to help you. It isn't a question and answer system. It will tell you some things, but just like the friend you are having coffee with, you will probably have questions about what they tell you. You would automatically ask your friend to explain them, or maybe expand on one particular point or idea. That's how I use ChatGPT now. Just like a friend who's trying to help me with a problem or a task. I almost never use the first answer. I know it will improve if I only seek more information. For example, when writing an article, I might ask it, can you make that bit a little friendlier? Or that sounds a bit too formal. Write it like you're talking to a friend over a cup of coffee. Or can you explain that in plain English rather than using technical terms? Each time it gets a little closer to what I'm looking for. Now here's the funny thing. Most people stop after the first answer. The people getting the best results might have 5, 10, sometimes even 20 little conversations before they're happy. They don't see that as extra work. They see it as working with a very patient assistant who never gets tired of trying to make improvements and help you out. And here's something else that I've learned. Quite often, ChatGPT's second answer is better than the first one. The mistake isn't that ChatGPT gave you a poor answer. The mistake is believing the conversation ended after the first reply. That's actually where the conversation begins. If you're enjoying these tips and you're wondering how all of this fits together into complete affiliate marketing systems, don't forget my free AI affiliate marketing class. I mentioned it earlier. There's a link waiting for you in the description below. Okay, let's move on to mistake number 3. This one is probably responsible for more frustration. Mistake number 3 is trying to do everything at once. Now, this one is a beauty, and I see it all the time. In fact, I still catch myself doing it occasionally. You sit down at your computer and you think, right, today I'm going to build my affiliate business with ChatGPT. Sounds like a plan, except that's not actually a job for ChatGPT to do. That's a whole shed full of jobs. You could need a niche, a website, a lead magnet, follow-up emails, a YouTube video, a Facebook post, a thumbnail, a blog article, a list of keywords, a landing page, and so it goes on. I'm sure you see what I mean. By the time you've thought about that lot, you're probably exhausted, and you've barely started. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make isn't asking ChatGPT to do too little. It's asking it to do far too much in one hit. Imagine walking into your local mechanic and saying, I'd like you to fix my car. He'd probably smile and say, okay, what's wrong with it? Because fix my car isn't a task, it's the destination. The same thing applies to AI. If you ask it to build you an affiliate business, it can and probably will supply you with how-tos on every one of the things we just mentioned earlier, plus several other side possibilities. Most people would take one look at the 20 or 25 paragraphs of responses and overwhelm will hit them like a Mack truck. Instead, give your AI one job, just one simple task. I want to try some affiliate marketing. How do I choose a niche? I can almost guarantee that this simple request will produce other suggestions and questions from the AI. But let's say you've finished that and chosen a niche. You might then say, can you help me write my first article? Get the article out of the way. Can you help me write a follow-up email? And so on. Can you see the pattern? You're building a business one brick at a time, not trying to build the whole house before lunch. And with the responses you get from your AI, you will not miss things that will come back to haunt you later in the process. As we mentioned earlier, it is an ongoing conversation to develop what you want to achieve, and it's far more likely to succeed that way. And I can tell you, progress is far more motivating than perfection. If at the end of today you've written one really good email or posted one useful YouTube video or built or improved one landing page, you have moved forward. Small wins have a habit of turning into big business. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest. They're usually the ones who keep putting one foot in front of the other and turning up every day. And ChatGPT, like other AIs, is brilliant at helping with that, providing you only ask it to take one step at a time. That covers mistakes 5, 4, and 3. So we're down to the last two. And personally, I think these are the two that make the biggest difference. So mistake number 2 is copying instead of creating. Now this one might surprise you because when most people discover ChatGPT, the first thing they want to do is get it to write everything for them. Now I understand that. It's exciting. You type in a question, a few seconds later there's an article sitting on your screen. It almost feels like magic. But here's the problem. If all you're doing is copying and pasting what ChatGPT gives you, you're building a business that sounds exactly like everybody else's. That's not what people buy. People buy people, especially if you're talking to an audience that's over 50. We've all been around long enough to know when someone is speaking from experience and when they're simply repeating something they read on the internet. That's why I never recommend treating ChatGPT as your replacement. Treat it as your assistant. For example, I might ask it to help me organize my thoughts, or suggest a better way of explaining something, or help me come up with an analogy. But then I always ask it to put me back into the text, because I have over 50 years of business experience, over 70 years of life experience. I have made far too many mistakes. I've wasted money, especially on shiny new objects, just like you possibly have. I have tried far more things that failed than those that worked. But as Winston Churchill famously said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. ChatGPT hasn't done any of that. So why would you want it pretending to be you? Here's a simple example. ChatGPT might say consistency is important when building an online business. That's perfectly true, but it could have been written by anybody. Now, if you asked me to put that thought together, I would say to you, I'll let you in on a little secret. Some of my biggest breakthroughs didn't happen because I suddenly became smarter. They happened because I simply kept turning up when a lot of other people had already given up and gone home. It's the same idea, very different feeling. One offers information, the other connects, and connection is what builds trust. And it is an absolute fact that you will make sales when people get to know, like, and trust you. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying don't use ChatGPT's responses. Quite the opposite, in fact. Use ChatGPT every day if it helps you. But show it how to put your personality into what it provides for you. Tell it your stories over time so it can sprinkle them into the results it provides. And importantly, make sure it understands your sense of humour, because it will start to insert that into the things it writes. Nobody else has lived your life. Nobody else has your experiences. And nobody else can tell the stories better than you. Help ChatGPT to help you to tell those stories. That's its job. If this is starting to make you think that this would work for you, and you'd like to see exactly how I use AI without losing my own voice, don't forget the free AI Affiliate Marketing Masterclass is waiting for you. You'll find a link in the description below. And now we've made it to number 1. And in my opinion, this is the biggest mistake of them all. Because if you get this wrong, none of the others really matter. Mistake number 1 is thinking that ChatGPT will build your business for you. It's one of the biggest mistakes that I made in the beginning. When ChatGPT first arrived, there was a lot of hype. YouTube was full of videos saying things like, push this button and make thousands of dollars. AI will build your business while you sleep. You don't have to do anything anymore. You really don't. It sounded wonderful. It sounded like the best thing I'd ever seen. The trouble was, it didn't work. Here's what finally clicked for me. ChatGPT is an incredible tool. but it is just a tool. A hammer is a great tool. In the hands of a skilled carpenter, it can help build a beautiful home. In my hands, I'd probably end up with a sore thumb. But the hammer isn't the problem. The person using it makes all the difference, and it's exactly the same with AI. ChatGPT won't build your business. It won't make people trust you. It won't record your YouTube videos. It won't answer your customers properly. It won't keep you motivated when you're having one of those days where nothing seems to be working. Only you can do those things. What ChatGPT can do is to help you do them faster. It can help you organize your thoughts. It can help you overcome writer's block. It can suggest headlines and improve emails. It can explain things you do not understand, and it can even help you think through business ideas. But it can't replace your judgment or your experience. You know, one of the nicest compliments I've ever received wasn't about my websites. It wasn't about my marketing or even my business in general. One day someone said to me, "Your videos make me feel like you're just sitting there having a chat with me." They do not realize what a compliment that was, because that is exactly what I'm trying to achieve. Not a lecture, not a sales pitch, just two people sitting down over a cup of coffee and sharing the ideas that might make life a little easier. ChatGPT can't create that. Only you can. And here's the really good news. That's also why you don't have to worry about AI replacing you, because people don't follow technology. People follow people they know, like, and trust. If you help AI to become more helpful to you in every way, it can become one of the best business tools you have ever owned. But if you're waiting for it to build your business while you sit back and watch, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. So, wrapping up, let's quickly recap the 5 mistakes. At number 5, we've got treating ChatGPT like Google instead of giving it proper context. At number 4, expecting the first answer to be perfect instead of the start of a conversation. Number 3, trying to build an entire business in one afternoon instead of taking one step at a time. Number 2, copying everything ChatGPT says instead of adding your own experience and personality. And number 1, expecting AI to build your business for you instead of using it as the powerful assistant that it was designed to be. If you can avoid those 5 mistakes, you are already ahead of a huge number of people who are just starting out. Now, I've mentioned this a couple of times, but if you'd like to take a free look at exactly how I use ChatGPT and other tools, in fact, to build content, attract visitors, and grow an affiliate marketing business without all the hype, technical jargon, and the overwhelm, I'd love to invite you to my free AI affiliate marketing masterclass. There is no obligation other than spending the time to get some training and advice. It's completely designed for ordinary people, especially those of us over 50, who want straightforward, practical, and simplified information that they can actually use. You will find the link in the description below this video. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It helps YouTube share these videos with more people who are trying to learn this stuff without getting overwhelmed. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with me today. You might also like to watch this video entitled The Simple Way to Build Passive Income with AI in 2026. I'm Gordon, and I keep passive income simplified. I'll see you in the next video.